Good morning, you guys. I've been struggling to make this like all week long, but I'm actually not behind like on these videos. I'm actually like right on track for my schedule, so that's great. But today we are doing a get ready with me, like I'm on FaceTime while I talk about my life. I've done I've done similar videos to this, and it was kind of, I think those did well, like my skincare while talk about life video, and it was on a different channel, and then I decided to start over because it was time. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna start with the shower because girl, my hair is greasy and we can't have that. All right, this tank top don't want to fit right, so if I give a nip slip, I'm sorry. Alright, so this tank top don't want to fit, so I need to go to Goodwill after today. But hopefully I'm not showing anything. Usually I start with sunscreen, but I'm currently out of sunscreen, which sucks because I don't know the term for it. But when I got pregnant, I like broke out in these like it's like this brown little, like your skin darkens in places. Mine kind of resembled like moles in a way. I don't know what it's called. It starts with an M, but I had these like brown places all over me, and they're like, all you can do is wear sunscreen, and I don't have any currently, which brings me to this point. When you get pregnant, girl, you ain't gonna feel like doing nothing except for the things that you most importantly have to do. So stock up on stuff if you're like me. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start, I guess I should get a hair tie. I ain't getting up off the floor. Okay, so ooh, I got blessed today. I found one behind me. I didn't know that was there. Cool. I hope my armpit hair, I can't remember the last time I shaved. I hope my armpit hair ain't showing. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to start with some primer. I don't think I actually ran out of primer, did I? Oh my gosh. I think I did. I forgot. I found the primer. I had already gotten it out. Okay, I'm going to start with primer. My hands are clean because I just took a shower, so we're just going to do it like this. Alright, primer on. I have a checklist of what I wanted to talk about in an order I wanted to do things. So, we're good. I think I'm just doing basic makeup today. Now, there is barely any foundation in here, so this is why I tell you guys again, stock up, because you will be running out of stuff all the time, and not to mention you're working on things here. I don't know if anybody can relate to that or not, so I'm gonna try to get whatever is left out of here, which is not much, and I'm just gonna put it on my hand. Hopefully I can get enough out of here, y'all. Okay, that's completely empty. I just realized I didn't get my makeup brushes because I moved them. One sec. Alright. Hope nothing's showing. Alright. So I have my makeup brushes now, so I'm going to try to make this work. I think it's going to work. Oh yeah, it's working. Sometimes I use a beauty blender, but it's just one of those days where I'm not going to use a beauty blender today because I'm in a rush. I have my water sitting here because I'm feeling like after a shower, I'm like, oof, you know? So I'm not going to get into like too much details, but that's just what I feel like. It's oof. I'm 24 weeks this week, and I still have a long ways to go. I can't see what I'm doing. My eyes really are bad. So I hope this looks good. I'll double check it before I leave the house. Okay, Alright, now I'm just going to do a dab of concealer because as you can see, this is not the correct shade for me. So I'm going to try to mix it with this foundation and see what I can do with it. Actually, I have an idea. I'm going to put a dab on it right here. And I'm going to try to like mix in foundation, I think. I'm going to try to do it like this. But that's actually a pretty shade. I'm going to try to do it this way. I don't know what this looks like. I'm sure those with really good vision are looking at me far away like, oh my gosh, what you doing? Okay, I got up closer to the mirror. That actually looks good. I'm glad I thought about that. I don't know why I didn't do that a long time ago. Okay, so now we're actually going to get into the life updates. I can't read my handwriting, girl, so I'm just like, I'm just doing stuff at this point. But, for me, one of the best things that, like, you know, I do to help me, like, get through day by day, and don't get me wrong, there's a lot of days I feel like shit, you know, like today, but unfortunately I have to go to the eye doctor today because it's just one of those things. But like on days that like I feel like shit, like for me 24 weeks is like, you know, yeah, I felt like shit my first trimester and I did not get anything done. And then you get this period, you know, where you're full of energy and you're fine. But for me, when like 24 weeks came back, I'm like, oof, this is not good for allergy season, you know, because the allergies are kicking in because it's spring, you know, and then you have all the other symptoms that come along with it. Something that helped me, you know, because I know like it takes me days to prepare for when I have to like do something productive. I'm just one of those people, you know, that like it takes me days to prepare for something that I know I have like coming up because it takes a lot of rest period for me. But like for me, the best thing that I do is I stock up on entertainment. So, and I don't know, you know, if anybody relates to this or not. I missed something on my notes. I'm sorry. That's why I'm backtracking a little bit. But, you know, I have to make notes of what I want to talk about in my life because I'm still very much a private person and there's details that I'm like, you know, yeah, I want to do a life update, but I don't want to get into the whole nitty gritty and give too much about my personal life. That's just how I am. But I guess for me, at 24 weeks, because like, you know, I feel just not great, you know, I have no productivity. I don't know if that makes sense or not. I spent my whole entire 24 weeks, like, not doing anything. I was supposed to clean. Okay, let me take that back. I guess you have to find the right things that motivate you. And for me, even though I did not need it, I need to start telling myself, I don't need that, you know. But, you know, for me, it's hard to find things that make me productive. For me, it was going to the thrift store this week. And I love going to the thrift store. I got so much stuff, you know. So much stuff, like bags and bags of stuff. Although they lost one of my bags that had a Mother's Day gift in it for my mother, and I didn't want to go through the whole like again nitty gritty of like, you know, going to find it because who knows where it's at, you know. So I'm like, I'm just gonna get her something else for Mother's Day. But even though they left one bag, I still got tons and tons of great stuff. And I love the thrift store so much. They had a like $5 fill-a-bag thing. Let me tell you, I filled up several bags. Awesome. But for me, like, I definitely struggle with productivity. The things that I'm supposed to be doing. Not going to the thrift store. That does not count for productivity, but it does get you motivated. But like, you know, I struggle with like, I just have no energy. And, you know, I was supposed to clean my house this week. It's like, I can't be productive. Like, I only left my house once this week because I just have no, like, productivity. Which brings me to the next point of, like, that's why it's important to stock up on entertainment, because, like, you do get depressed just laying in bed, and you do get sad just, like, laying in bed, you know, and that's just, like, you know, one of those things that happen. So you want to have things that make you happy. You know, me, I like arts and crafts, although, you know, some of my arts and crafts turned out real shitty because I'm new to the creative side of things. But, you know, coloring. I love coloring. You know, I have a very creative side of me. Coloring makes me happy. You know, it improves my mood, and it's a wonderful coping skill to have when you're dealing with mental health. So I do that. And for podcast, y'all, I know y'all have said, you've heard me say this like multiple times, I love Adeline Morin. Adeline Morin is awesome, and she's a queen. I've been listening to her podcast, Girl Talk. It will motivate you. It will. It will help you become, you know, get that feeling that you want to be more productive. Snowball, my cat. He saw me sitting right here, and he started to, like, let me in, mama. But, like, you know, it's called Girl Talk by Adeline Morin, and, you know, I love Adeline Morin. I've said that for a really long time now, and I still do. Now I'm going to do a little bit of blush. I'm going to do 2 different types of blush, actually. For this one right here, this is I thought it was a cream blush. So I had to relook it to make sure. But I love, like, these little teeny tiny cream blushes. Because I can just go, you know, like that. Just put a little bit on my nose, but, like, try not to overdo it. I love doing that. And then for the second, to add a little bit of, oh, please don't let me sneeze. But to add a little bit more sparkle, which is a bronzer, actually, I have this bronzer right here. And I just put it on a blush. Try not to overdo it because it is a little bit, you know, tinted. But, and just... and then that's it. Alright, now a lot of people have been asking about the situation with my recent dog that I got. I'm gonna take a little minute and get some water. But this is ice water. Awesome. But so for me, okay, this is just what happened, and, like, it's on my social media. You know, I'm not, you know, I was really upset, and it was it was last week, actually. It was very, very, you know, hard on me. So, throughout my pregnancy, I started dealing with depression early on. It was awful. It was just one of those things. I thought I was frozen. But, so serious. And then I'm like, girl, am I frozen? But, you know. But anyways, I started dealing with depression early on. So my parents got me this dog. And I loved this dog. It was so cute. I named him Doc. Like, from Grey's Anatomy, Meredith Grey named her dog Doc. I love Grey's Anatomy. I'm on season 12. But, you know, I named it Doc. And I got attached to this dog really, really quickly. Unfortunately, this woman is related to us, but I'm not giving any names. But she was a cousin, actually. So she gave us Doc, and we had a family disagreement. I'm not going to go too much into it, but it was not about the dog, actually. It was something else to do with our family, and we was having a disagreement. Well, the woman came back and took the dog right out of my arms, because what it was is I had the dog sitting in a little kennel, and it wasn't staying in the kennel, you know, or anything like that, but I just had it sitting there temporarily, you know, while I was working on something, so I can get him used to the other pets in the house, you know. And if anybody like follows me on social media, they know I'm a wonderful pet owner. And it may not look right in that moment, but, you know, the dog was coming out the kennel regardless. You know, I had an area for it. I was training it. I took it for a walk, you know. I loved that dog. The woman was being nosy, and she came back by, and she, like, snatched the dog, like, right out of my arms. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, you just gave me this dog, you know? And she's like, well, I decided to give it to a better home. And I'm like, and I just kind of stood there frozen, because like they literally took the dog like right out of my arms after just giving it to me to help with like mental health reasons, and like act as if like, you know, to help me feel better. But like it's still like messed up, you know. Just because you see something for one like second doesn't mean you should assume anything. Like, I love this dog, and like she didn't realize what she did, you know. I'm pregnant, I'm lonely, yes, I have a cat, but like it put so many thoughts into my head, which is why, you know, I was upset. You know, because if she's concerned about the way, you know, I'm taking care of this dog, you know, which it was very well taken care of. You know, I took it for walks, you know, I had it in a blanket, you know, I was feeding it, you know, and I loved this dog. Like, I loved this dog so much. And then it put in my head, you know, it wasn't even about the dog. You know, I'm not upset that she took away the dog. It's just like, well, if she's concerned about the dog, you know, imagine, you know, how people are going to feel about my kid, you know. Are they going to question my parenting, you know? What's going to happen with my own child, you know? And I don't know if anybody feels this way, and it may be a little over dramatic, because it's just like, well, it happens. It was just a dog, you know. But still, you know, when you're pregnant, you get more feelings inside of you, and something like that can like trigger some like horrible thinking skills. And I know I'm doing a great job, you know, I know I'm doing a great job, but like, you know, it's a dog, you know. Imagine a child, you know. It makes me scared to leave my house with my child. It makes me scared to do so many things, you know, because I don't want people to ever question me, you know, that I'm not doing a good enough job. Which brings me, I'm gonna get some water. Ooh, that just got me heated. Sorry. But, which brings me to my next point. I still hate this small town. Hate it. Hate's a strong word, and I shouldn't say stuff like that, but this town is full of nosy people, which makes me another reason, like, to scared to, like, you know, stay here, because they're full of nosy people, and the last thing I need is them questioning what I'm doing. You know, I left, you know, a place where I was safe at. I'm just gonna put it out there. I experienced church hurt because people were putting their input in my personal life, you know, and I'm not going to go too much into it, but, you know, it's a horrible thing to go through, because it's supposed to be your safe place, and that was not the case for me, so I had to leave. But still, you know, after they hurt me, they still look on my social media, they still try to get in my personal life, and it's like, why are y'all continuing to do this? I gotta stop getting heated. I'm not supposed to be stressed out. Let me just drink some water and just calm down for a minute. Let me talk about something in a better mood. But I'm gonna try to turn the mood around a little bit. But, so what, you know, I guess things I do to lighten the mood, and I'm gonna call it coping skills, because I don't just want to leave it on a negative note, you know. There's tons of entertainment. I have a time dedicated to YouTube time, and I'm not always at home, you know, but, you know, these are like specific YouTubers that help you, you know. I'm not gonna say they help you, but like they're more of like something you can watch when you need coping skills. They each do like little different things, and you know, they do help you feel better and get motivated. And if you watch them, it can be a wonderful coping skill. So my top YouTubers are Adeline Morin. Again, I love Adeline Morin. I could talk about her all day, but like I actually watch her like organization videos because she's got a couple. I wouldn't call them organization videos, but you know, I like where she's cleaning and organizing. You know, I get it because I'm a shopaholic as well. But like, you know, it gives me so many of ideas of what I can do with this room and what I can do with the nursery. You know, it gives me so many ideas and motivation. That's why I love it so much. The next one is Yoga with Bird. So for me, something that helped me out tremendously, and I just don't have the energy for it this week, but it does help. It helps with different things, really. And they say yoga is the best thing for you. And there's a specific YouTuber that has free, you know, yoga videos, 5 to 10 minutes long. Some are longer, but I like the 5 to 10 minutes long ones because to me, 5 to 10 minutes, girl, that's enough movement for me. But, you know, I definitely, struggle with movement quite a bit, but for 23 weeks, I was proud of myself because I reached my 2.5, hour goal of exercise for the week. And I was like, it was my goal. So I was like, I never done that before, but, stuff that helped me, girl, I tried taking walks and girl, my blood pressure would bottom out while I'm like taking a walk. And taking walks was not for me, but I did get in twice at 23 weeks, even though I'm 24 weeks now. But, it was hard. But I found out that walking is not going to be the right type of exercise for me personally. But, I really liked yoga and stretching. And there's two different people I would use for stretching. I would use MadFit. She's a good one for stretching, like early morning stretching. It helped. Yoga with Bird, if you're really into yoga. I love 5 to 10 minute yoga, but when it comes to long, extensive yoga, I'm like, no. But it does help your body get prepared for what's gonna, happen in the future, The next YouTuber I watch is Renee Amberg. I love Renee Amberg. She's so motivational, and I really understand her being a new mom. So, good job. Sadie Aldis. Sadie Aldis is a young one, but that girl is so put together, and she can get motivation as well. Actually get my TikTok ideas from her, so thank you. Mackenzie Marie. I love Mackenzie Marie's paranormal videos. Girl, you were doing a good job. And you're one of those people that I feel, I don't know how to explain it, but I can tell that you have like a ton of empathy, and I like that about you. And you're so sympathetic about what you're doing, which is a good thing, a very good thing. And I just love that so much. And she has some goofy videos on there too, so check her out. Natalie Outlet. I love Natalie Outlet. I get all my life hacks from her, so good job, Natalie. Coffee and Bible time. This month I was working on getting more into reading my Bible and that type of stuff. Again, I'm reading the chapter of James. I have one more little passage and then I'm done, as long as I finish it before April 1st. And I will, that tiny passage, I will. But Coffee and Bible time will help you they have study sessions on their YouTube channel, I believe, and it'll help you understand what you're reading better. And if you're watching this, please do one on chapter James. I want to be able to understand it better, and I want to get deeper into it. So this liner really sucks because it looks good because my hands were steady, but it was so faded, girl. It kept fading out. So I'm probably going to throw this away and get a new one, because I have a different one in here, so it's no big deal. But I'm going to try to take this brush and kind of touch it up a bit. Actually, what I wasn't going to do any eyeshadow today, but I'm going to use like a brown eyeshadow to kind of make it look a little better. Just a little bit. Alright, so I just did brown eyeshadow. You guys, if you can find this palette anywhere, so awesome. I love it so much. But what I did is to try to cover up the eyeliner a little bit, although one of them still looks a little bit darker. I used this right here, and I did the lid. And then for the corners, I just kind of make it look like the sparkles is covering up the little wing there. So I just put sparkles on the side. Alright, next life update. The one I'm dreading. Ooh, girl. Doing my makeup takes a lot out of me. Drinking water is really hard sometimes. But, so. Anyways, the next life update is career. I don't know what's going on in my career. Right now, I am at home. But I have help. But it's fine. It's fine. It makes me look bad. But sometimes you have to do that to refocus yourself. And I'm not in school anymore. But it's because I decided to take a different pathway with my schooling. And I decided I wanted to go to a different school. So that's what I'm working on in this moment. So I'm not done with school. I'm just trying to go somewhere else. But I don't have much of an update on that right now. Alright, you guys. I'm going to try. I don't want to get too close to you because I don't want to show anything. But I'm going to try to do my brows. Alright. My brows look really good today. That's done. Lashes. I'm gonna do this with it. Oh, first time I didn't get it on my forehead, y'all. Look at me go. Alright, so anybody else struggling to like make goals with their life? Like career goals, goals for your life, what you want to do, etc. Any other mama like struggling with that? Because I feel like when I set goals and plans for myself, it can really go either way. You know, either you get it done or you don't. And also having a plan, you know, is a good thing as long as you're not too stuck on it. So yes, I set goals and I had a list of goals for April and I lost my list. So now I really don't know what I did this month, but I'll have to, you know, think about that. But girl, I struggled with goals, but I did a pretty good job completing goals for this month, and I can't wait to talk about it in like an upcoming video. I think, oh, it's dripping down my face. My setting spray is, but for me, the best thing you can do is take it day by day. Stock up on entertainment for bad days that you can't get nothing done. My favorite TV shows to watch is Grey's Anatomy. I am on season 12, which means I survived season 11 of Grey's Anatomy. So that takes a lot. Supernatural. I'm on season 4 of Supernatural and I'm struggling to get into it. Everybody talks about how it's a really, really good show, and it is. It's just I'm struggling to get into it, kind of like I was with the Vampire Diaries, and I never finished the Vampire Diaries. Firefly Lane, it's their last season, and even though it's not my favorite show, it's still a really good show, and I want to finish it. Shameless. I'm on the last season of Shameless. I love Shameless. Frank is so funny, and I hear there's a really sad ending about Frank, so Shameless was really funny. I'm gonna be sad because I'm on the very last season of it. Love is Blind. I'm struggling to get into the new season of it. I'm like 2 seasons behind, and yeah. Perfect Match. I just started that not long ago. I think they have some of my favorite people on there, except for a couple. There's a few people I don't like on the Perfect Match, but you know, I have many of my favorites from Too Hot to Handle are on there, so. And now I need to get dressed and do my hair. Oh, look at my outfit. I like it because it kind of looks more like I have curves and it still gives me a little room in the bump. So, I think I look cute. Alright, so I am going to finish up this video with a little, you know, something cute to motivate my young single moms out there. yes, it's hard. Yes, it's scary if it's your first baby, but you can do this. And remember, always stay calm. You never know. And don't freak out until the doctor gives you a reason to, like, actually freak out, and, like, stay in tune with your body. Do what your body wants you to do. If you don't feel like you can work right now, don't do it. You don't feel like you can go to school right now, don't do it. I'm 21 years old, and it's hard on me because I'm still a young adult, which means I have many things that I have not accomplished. But it does not mean you should stop and you should quit. But now you have a baby on the way. I mean, it's a gift. And just know you're going to do amazing. Do whatever you feel like it. Like career stuff, that can come later. Right now, like, you're having a baby, and you do you. And don't listen to anybody else, because there's going to be many people that put their input out there, tell you you're not ready, and etc., etc. Only you know what you're ready for, and only you know what you're capable of. So just remember that.